Hey guys, welcome to a new video. Doran's shield was just reworked in this mid-season patch, right? And obviously the first thing I thought of was I wonder if I can abuse this on AD carries, and it turns out it's actually not that bad. Now before we get into this video, we've got $25 of RP to give away courtesy of Haste. All you gotta do is like the video if you do and comment down below. YouTube's ad drama and stuff sucks balls. I haven't really talked about it, but it means that I'm gonna need sponsors on the channel to survive really, and I don't want to be greedy. So what I'm gonna do is always be giving away some of it back to you guys as a thank you for supporting me. There is a link to try Haste in the description. It does help me out, just full disclosure. It should help you with ping issues though, packet loss, or even if your ping goes up and down a lot. This should keep it relatively steady. It is still completely free in their beta, so give it a try and let me know if it works for you. Now getting into the video though, we've got 2 real starts for AD carries at the moment, like longsword and 3 potions, and Doran's and 1 potion. So very quickly, the longsword and 3 is like trading. It's more aggressive really. You can go more ham, you can fight, you can heal back up afterwards. So most people cannot trade perfectly, myself included, and we're going to take a lot of damage in return when fighting. So that's kind of why you buy this start basically. The Doran's and 1 potion is for 3 things. So in like a standard lane or standard game, in control lanes, and also against kill lanes. The standard part is you can fight a little bit easier. You can go for kills more because you have more health and stuff. It gives you a bit of everything that you need. The in control aspect is you can auto attack on cooldown because you have lane control and you use the most out of the lifesteal, so it is really good. Versus kill lanes, you need the health honestly, like, and sustain actually if you can auto attack afterward to survive the lane phase. But anyway, with the Doran shield now, we have a third option. Now if you want to be lazy and just skip to the summary, it's at the end of the video. But if you want to use this properly, you're going to have to know when to buy which. The Doran shield is still 80 health. It's 6 health regen every 5 seconds, 5 on hit damage just to minions by the way, and the passive is 20 health over 10 seconds after taking damage from an enemy champion. That's all for 400 gold by the way, so you also get 2 potions with this. Comparing this to Doran's blade, it's 80 health as well. That's the same, 8 AD, 3% lifesteal, and you get 1 potion. So it's the same health, but the shield has HP regen and the blade is more offensive stuff. You're going to lose 8 AD and 3% lifesteal for health regen, more health regen when you're hit, and 1 extra potion if you want to think of it like that. To really put it in basic terms, like you do less damage but you have a lot more sustain basically. The 3% lifesteal is nice on the blade, but it's only actually good when you can attack minions, right? Like the shield doesn't have that issue. If you think about it, against really hard lanes, you're often not able to attack very much. You're poked, you're zoned away from the wave, so in lanes like that, you lose 8 AD, but you gain health regen, more health regen, and an extra potion because you're not using the lifesteal. Suddenly that actually really seems like a good trade, right? You lose 8 AD, but you gain all of the sustain. That's kind of where this whole thing came from for me at least. Like lanes right now can be really hard. Caitlyn is everywhere. Her high range to auto attack you when you auto creeps is super annoying. Lifesteal is not going to help there. Lucian can also dash forward and trade with you if you walk up to auto attack a minion. Lifesteal again is not going to help. Supports like Zyra and Malzahar Karma are all coming back into the meta a bit more with the new Spell Thieves buff as well, and they have constant harass which also zones you from the wave. So in situations like that, we're only losing a bit of AD which we're not using to fight anyway. We gain the 5 on hit damage to minions, so actually from auto attacks it's basically the same anyway. When you're trying to CS it feels the same. To really show you, the flat health regen is 72 every minute. The passive bonus regen is 20 over 10 seconds, so that's the same as 10 health per 5, and with it active the total is now up to 16 per 5 seconds. That means if you're constantly harassing the lane phase at least once every 10 seconds, which is actually quite likely against really tough lanes, the Doran shield is giving you 192 health per minute. That's actually pretty decent honestly. You regen 20 to 25% of your health total every minute without having to do anything. Plus you have 300 health regen for potions as well if you need that after a really bad trade. If we again compare it to blade, right, 150 health if you get boned and you can't lifesteal back up from your potion. The 3% lifesteal means roughly if an AD carry has like 80 AD, right, you're healing for almost 2.5 health every auto attack. Now Doran shield is 5 HP per 5 seconds, so you need to auto attack twice every 5 seconds to match the passive of the shield. If you get hit though, that health regen jumps to 16 per 5, remember, so you'd have to attack 7 times to heal back more. As you can tell, that's not really going to happen every 5 seconds. To put it another way, to keep up with the Doran shield 192 health regen per minute, as long as you are attacked once every 10 seconds at least, you would have to auto attack 77 times or deal 6,400 damage per minute with a Doran's blade. In the early game with no items, Doran's shield massively outperforms blade for healing, but it doesn't scale. Now that is 5 and 16 health per 5 for the entire game, right? The lifesteal is 3%. If we have a BF sword on top after our first back, we start healing for 3.6 every auto attack. More attack speed means more attacks, and more AD would mean more healing, whereas the shield stays the same. So basically what I'm trying to say is Doran's shield is much more healing early into the game, but as the game goes on, it falls off way more drastically than Doran's blade does. What this actually means for the game, the summary, I guess, in case you decide to skip to this, what you should actually be doing and buying now. Doran's blade is better if you can auto attack all of the time and are not losing trades. It is decent healing and you will be doing more damage. It also scales better healing wise into the game when you have other items, and it will do more once you finish like your first full AD item really. Doran's shield though is much better if you're getting pounded in the lane phase and you need something to survive. It provides almost 200 health per minute for free, and it also gives you more potions as well. It is a pure defensive item though, and it does not give you any damage at all. It's also going to become worse as the game goes on, so there's good stuff and bad stuff. The way I think of this right now is this is an item that you buy if you want to survive the first 15 minutes of the game. So you would buy this as a weaker laner on someone like Vayne or Tristana, maybe even Ezreal against someone who will push, poke and bully you in the lane phase, so maybe like Caitlyn, Ashe kind of with her range, even Lucian. You also buy this versus heavy poke supports. Bonus points for damage over time to keep the passive active for longer, by the way. So Brand, Zyra, Malzahar are perfect because of their damage over time. Zyra, by the way, I'm counting her plants. Karma, Morgana are other good examples of poke champions from range who have low cooldowns and will be damaging you often. This honestly might replace Longer Sword and 3 potions for a lot of champions right now. It's way more sustained and CSing is still fine, but it's not as aggressive. It's really there if you suck at trading or you are in a really hard lane where you're going to get poked a ton. So I hope you guys enjoyed this look at the new Doran shield start on AD carries and understand it properly. You should now know really when you want to buy the blade, when you want to buy the shield or long sword and 3 potions. Thank you for watching until the very end, listening to me this entire time, but for now I'll leave you with the robots.